Hey, this is Craig, and you are watching No Rest for the Wicked. We are going to create this ribbon today in Adobe Illustrator. So without further ado, I will create a new artboard. I'll go up to File, New. I'm going to choose 1080, 1920 by 1080 pixels. It will be landscape mode. I'm going to zoom back a little. You do that by pressing Control and the minus key. I'm going to paste my original ribbon up here. See what we're doing. That's what we're going to create here. Now I will go to the rectangle tool, which is the keyboard shortcut is M for the rectangle tool. We're going to create the main part of the ribbon here. Just about like that. We will add a fill. You want to go with a lighter color of a fill. I'll choose light blue again. Then we will go up to the selection tool, which is the keyboard shortcut V. Switch to the selection tool. I will hold down the Alt key. On Windows, it's the Alt key. On Mac, it's the Option key. I've got Windows here, so I'm going to hold down the Alt key, and I'm going to drag straight down to create a duplicate. I'll release the mouse key first, and then the keyboard key. And what we want to do is we want to get the side of it here, and we want to make it smaller. Downsize it a little, probably about 1/3 of the size of the original rectangle. I'll see about like that. Then we will go up to Object, Path, add anchor points. What we're going to do is add some anchor points. When you click on this, it adds 4 more anchor points. It adds an anchor point here, 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 and here. Now we will use the direct selection tool, which is the keyboard shortcut A for the direct selection tool. We will select this anchor point right here. Actually, we will draw a box around it and select it. And then we will use our arrow key to move it in. And we'll move it in about like that. Now we will go back to our selection tool, and we will hold down the Alt key on Windows, Option key on Mac. We will drag it across. We will let go of our mouse key and then the keyboard key. Then we will go to Transform. If you don't see the transform, go up to Windows, down to Transform. Then we will click on the hamburger menu, and we will flip horizontal. Now we got 2 images reversed. We will move this up about like that. We will move the other one up looks about right. Now we're on the selection tool here. We will select this middle part of the ribbon. We will right click, arrange, bring to front. That's now in front of the other 2 objects. And now we will I'm going to move this one down a little. Try to make sure they're both even, both of your side ribbons here. That looks about right though. Now we will go to the pen tool. And the keyboard shortcut for the pen tool is P. Using the pen tool, what we're going to do is create a triangle around this area. I'm going to zoom in a little. I'm going to push Control plus. Let me get off of here. Control plus to zoom in a little so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to click right here on this anchor point, bring it down, click right here at the corner, bring it up to this corner, and then back over to our original anchor spot. I'll click on there. I'm going to do the same thing to this other side over here. I'm going to start at this corner here, down to this corner, up to this corner, and back across where we started from. I'm going to zoom back a little. Now what we want to do is we want to give it this 3D illusion here, where you got a lighter color, a little bit darker color here, and then a even more darker color for the little triangle here. We've already got our main part of the ribbons already done. We need to change the other colors. Let me go to my selection tool. My selection tool here, I'm going to select this side here. I'm going to go up to my fill. I'm going to change it to the color mixer. And I'm going to tone down this middle one here. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to bring it down to about, I'd say 140. It's at 174 now. I'm going to bring it down to about 140, see what it looks like. It looks about right. I'm going to do the same thing to this other side over here. I'm going to select it, go up to fill, bring it down to 140. You just want to make it a little darker. And then for our little triangles here, we want to make them even darker. So I will select this little triangle here, go up to fill, and I'm going to bring this down to about, I'd say about maybe 115. Hit enter. It looks about right. I'm going to select this one here, go back up to fill, bring it down to about 115. Hit enter. It looks about right. And now you could type whatever text that you want to type on here. Go to your text tool, which is keyboard shortcut is T for the text tool. Of course, we want to bring up the size of our font. I'll bring him up to 72. You can make it even larger if you would like. Tell you what, I'm gonna go up here to the top. I'm gonna make it 100 so it's easier to see. There we go. I type in all caps. I'm gonna turn my caps on. Actually, I had it on before, I guess. I'm gonna go to bold. Doesn't matter what type of font you use, just any one, basically. Whatever looks good to you, you could use. I'm using Myriad Pro Bold. Now we will select everything. Make sure you're on the selection tool. We will create a bounding box around everything, and we will group it. If you don't see your group option over here, you can go to, as long as you have everything selected, you could right click and you could group here, or you could go up to object and you can find group in here too. But group the entire thing. And then we will go to make sure you still have it selected. we will go to Effect, and then we will go down to Warp and Arc. Right there we have it. Your bend mode is right here. You want to use this one right here. This is less of a bend. You could bend downward, or you can go upward. About right there. Then you click on OK, and there you have it. Thanks for watching.